This is Coaching Club TV. I'm Tremaine. I'm an executive coach and a behavioral economist working in the field of decision making. In the last video, we looked at those things that go into making a good decision. What are the processes? And one of the things that go into making a good decision is a meta-decision. Okay. Here's a tricky question. Do you know what a meta-decision is? All right, do you know what a meta-decision is? No.
What a meta-decision is.
Okay. Let me give you a little bit of an example of what it is and why we need it. When I work with MBA students and executive MBA students, I usually throw them into a particular scenario where I paint this picture. They are running a startup, making a particular widget that is still very much in concept stage. They then meet with a potential client, Research in Motion, the makers of BlackBerry, and this client wants this widget desperately. But they have certain unrealistic demands of this little startup. And when I place students in this position, even students with significant business experience, what I do find is that they do whatever it takes to meet RIM's demands, no matter how unreasonable they are. None of my students actually ever sit back, well, maybe one or two of them do, but on the majority, they don't sit back and ask, why are we actually doing this? They don't ask whether we really should be working with a company like Research in Motion. They don't jump on the internet and look at RIM's financials. BlackBerry's in trouble. Do they really, really want to be taking startup capital from a company that is in trouble? Do they want to be working with an unsound partner? So meta-decision is a four-step process. Number one, are we solving the right problem? Were my students actually solving the problem of meeting RIM's demands? Or was the problem they should be solving instead finding the right partner to work with at the very, very beginning of their startup? Two different questions, right? Two different problems to solve. Secondly, we look at the more mundane things like time, money allocation. Thirdly, we look at whether everybody involved in making this decision actually understands what decision we're making, and do they actually understand the problem. This is a step we very often skip, in that we assume that everybody's thinking like we do and that everybody understands the problem we're trying to solve. And lastly, we ask whether we have accounted for all the stakeholders in our decision, and at what point do we need to bring stakeholders in and make them part of the decision-making process. And the meta-decision happens before we actually start solving the problem. It is a project plan for our decision, and generally we call it deciding how to decide. Not every decision needs a meta-decision, but if it's a really important one, this is the best possible way of kicking off your decision-making process, certainly if you are doing it within a team. And remember, if you need a little bit of help with your decision-making, your team's decision-making, contact us at the Coaching Club. We're a team of friendly, professional coaches. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this on decision-making, thinking biases, and coaching tips and tools.